Hello and welcome to Tourjam, the ultimate travel channel for exploring the UK. I'm your host, Jam, and today I'm going to show you how to travel on a budget in the UK. The UK is a beautiful and diverse country, but it can also be quite expensive to visit. However, with some smart planning and tips, you can enjoy the best of the UK without breaking the bank. The first tip is to book your flights, accommodation and transport as early as possible. This way, you can take advantage of the best deals and discounts available. You can use websites like Skyscanner, Booking.com and Trainline to compare prices and find the cheapest options for your trip. The second tip is to use public transport instead of renting a car or taking taxis. The UK has a well-developed network of trains, buses and subways that can take you almost anywhere you want to go. You can also get yourself a rail card if you live, study or work in the UK, which can save you up to 1/3 off rail fares. Another option is to use Megabus or National Express for long-distance journeys, which can be as cheap as £1 if you book early. The third tip is to walk or bike whenever possible. The UK has many beautiful and historic cities that are easy and enjoyable to explore on foot or by bike. You can also save money on transport fees and get some exercise at the same time. You can rent a bike from local shops or use bike sharing schemes like Santander Cycles in London or Next Bike in Glasgow. The fourth tip is to stay at cheap and alternative accommodation options. You don't have to spend a fortune on hotels or hostels in the UK. You can find cheaper options like Airbnb, couchsurfing, camping or staying at universities during the summer. You can also look for accommodation that includes breakfast or has a kitchen where you can cook your own meals. The fifth tip is to eat and drink smartly. The UK has a lot of delicious food and drinks to offer, but they can also be quite pricey. To save money, you can avoid eating out at restaurants or pubs every day and instead buy groceries from supermarkets or local markets. You can also look for deals like lunch specials, happy hours or vouchers that can give you discounts on food and drinks. Another tip is to bring a reusable water bottle with you and refill it at public fountains or taps instead of buying bottled water. The sixth tip is to enjoy free or cheap attractions and activities. The UK has a lot of amazing things to see and do that won't cost you anything or very little. For example, you can visit many museums, art galleries, parks and gardens for free. You can also join free walking tours, watch street performers, attend festivals and events or explore the countryside and nature. The seventh tip is to travel off-season or during weekdays. The UK can get very crowded and expensive during peak seasons like summer or holidays. To avoid the crowds and save money, you can travel during off-seasons like winter or spring, or during weekdays instead of weekends. You can also find cheaper flights, accommodation and attractions during these times. The eighth tip is to research and plan ahead. The UK has a lot to offer for every type of traveler, but it can also be overwhelming if you don't know where to go or what to do. To make the most of your trip and budget, you should do some research and plan ahead before you go. You can use websites like Visit Britain, Lonely Planet or TripAdvisor to find information and inspiration for your trip. You can
get along with each other.
So these are my tips on how to travel on a budget in the UK. I hope you found them helpful and useful for your next trip. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more travel videos. Also, let me know in the comments below what are your favorite budget travel tips or destinations in the UK. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time on Tourjam.